Hey everybody, welcome to today's video. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for stopping by. Today we're going to be taking the new cable from Baseus. So this is the first cable that I came across which has also data transmission. It claims to have data transmission up to about 400 megabits per second. So that's something we're going to be testing in this video. This is going to be an in-depth video. So please bear with me. I will leave the chapter markers throughout the video. So you can skip ahead to see for charging and for data and the conclusion at the end. So first and foremost, some housekeeping. This was not sent to me by anyone. I bought this with my own money. I bought it on Shopee. I'll leave links down in the description below where you can purchase them. It's 39 ringgit. Well, I got it on sale for about 38, so it roughly goes about 39 to 40 ringgit from time to time. Do keep a lookout for sales. Anyway, let's start off this video by unboxing it and let's see what we get in the box. Right, for the box is pretty much straightforward. On the front you have the picture of the cable itself. It says zinc magnetic safe fast charging data cable. It's magnetic, suction and dust proof. I don't know what that means. On the side you have up to 100 watts of power delivery charging. It's 150 cm in length. On the back you've got a few more descriptions about it. You got the name of it, type C to type C, 100 watts cable. It's made out of aluminum alloy with nylon braided. Supports up to about 100 watts of charging, data transmission rate of about 480 megabits per second. And on the left hand side of the box you've got single-handed power disconnecting. You've got an e-marker chip in it and again 480 megabits of transmission rate. Peeling off the tabs on the sides and opening the box, you're just greeted to the cable in the box. Got nothing else. So taking the cable out of the box, you can see it's a fairly simple cable that it's made out of aluminium tips. The connectors are aluminium while the rest of the cable is nylon braided, and it also includes a Velcro tie wrap. Okay, now that we have seen whatever we get in the box, let's give this cable a try. The tips fairly fine. It's quite sturdy. Doesn't seem like it's going to give way. It's quite a well-built cable for the price. And of course at the end you can just pull out the tip and you can leave this connected in your phone or computer or a Nintendo Switch, whichever you prefer, and it just attaches back magnetically. So let's plug it in and let's see how it charges the phone. Okay, so now one end is connected to my Note 10's charger, and now let's plug it into the phone and let's see what happens. Okay, plugging into the phone, you get the charging notification. You've got 38 minutes till full at 79%. So that's good. It seems to be able to support the entire 18-watt charging that my Note 10 comes with. So I'll put up some stats. I took a screenshot of the charging in comparison to the original cable, and it clearly shows that the original cable can support up to 1.6 amps, whereas this cable can go up to 2.1 amps. It's able to carry the full speed for charging, so it has no problem with my Note 10. So you can always just lift it off and it stops charging, and plugging it back magnetically, it starts charging again. Tugging it straight doesn't disconnect anything. The magnet is quite strong, but when you bend the cable, it disconnects easily. I mean, that's generally given. I mean, it's common sense. But it doesn't disconnect completely. Putting it back just continues the charging, and you always have a blue LED down there to say that it's charging. The moment it's disconnected, the light goes off. Right, now that's for phone. Now how about when it comes to devices like the Nintendo Switch? Will it be able to charge the Nintendo Switch? Well, let's find out. This is the first generation Switch, and plugging it in. Let's turn on the switch, and yeah, it's charging. Now you've got the indicator right here which shows it's charging at 96% with Samsung's original power adapter. So that's good. Okay, now for the main test, let's see if this can carry 60 watts of charging for my MacBook Pro, because it says it supports up to 100 watts, and that's something we all want to find out. Let's give it a try. Okay, in front of me here I have my MacBook Pro 13-inch from 2018. Now this is an Intel MacBook, and I've got this cable connected to its original 60-watt power brick. So let's plug it in and let's see what the computer says, if it recognizes the full 60 watts and whether it recognizes the charger. Okay, plugging it in shows that it is charging. It has the blue light on and it seems to be charging the MacBook. And let's see what it says. When I go to system report and when I go to power, it shows that you have the AC charger connected, yes, with 60 watts of power. So that is good. It's actually charging at 60 watts, and that clearly shows it should be able to support up to about 100 watts of power delivery charging. Now, I do not have a 100 watts charger with me, so unfortunately I cannot show you that. And the best part is we all know how the older MacBooks came with MagSafe, something that apparently was sorely missed. Now, I never had a MacBook at the time, but you have it now. You can just detach the cable, you can just leave the end connected to the MacBook, and then any time that you need to connect it back, you can just let it snap back and the computer charges. Okay, so now that we have the power out of the way, how about data transmission? This is something that is very important. I mean, it's much more expensive. It's up to about 3 times more expensive than a standard cable that's able to charge your phone but not carry data. So let's see how it works. Now, in front of me here, I have Samsung's T5 drive. This is an SSD that's able to support data rates up to about 500 over megabits per second of read. So let's see how well this performs with this cable versus its original cable. So here I have the original cable that came with Samsung. Okay, so as you can clearly see, you've got the hard disk showing up on my right hand side, and when I select my target drive as A01 and I start my speed test, it shows I'm getting a write speed of about 480 megabits per second, or megabytes per second, sorry, 480 megabytes per second, and a read of about 521 megabytes per second. So you're getting good read and write speeds with the original cable. Now let's see how this cable fares. As it says, it supports up to 480 megabytes per second of data rate. Now, something to note with Macs, the cable only works when it's in this orientation. The magnetic side of it has to go to the device. So this goes to the hard disk or the phone or the switch, and the other end just goes to the charger or the MacBook. So in this case, it goes to the same port that I plugged the SSD in earlier to maintain a standard uniform benchmark. But A01 popping up again. So let's select the target drive again to make sure that it's on A01. Open, and let's start it again. Okay, so this is a little bit underwhelming. Testing it with the Baseus cable, you're only getting a write speed of about 37 megabytes per second and a read of about 41 megabytes per second. Now that's clearly not what's stated on the box, but then again, I'm not too sure if that has something to do with the cable in itself, where maybe Samsung only recognizes its proprietary cable and allows full speed, or this cable just generally doesn't have the bandwidth to support that same speed. Now, how about data transmission of your phone when it's connected to a Mac? Now, this is where it gets a little bit weird. To connect an Android phone to a Mac, you need an app called Handshaker that's on your phone and also on the Mac. Connecting the phone to the Mac gives you charging speeds, which is actually respectable. You're getting the full 15 watts of charging from your MacBook that's not connected to an AC source. You're getting the full 15 watts through this cable to charge the Samsung. But when I open the Handshaker app on my phone and on the Mac itself, there is no data transmission. It cannot talk to each other. Either way the cable goes around, it does not talk. Whereas the cable that came with the phone, the original cable, is able to talk to the Mac, and also the cable that came with the Mac, if you were to connect that USB-C to this phone, it works. So this cable does not support Android to Mac. This is different when it comes to a Windows computer. I've tried it on a Windows computer, you're able to talk to it. Okay, so in summary, is this cable worth it? I think it is. For 39 ringgit, you're getting a good deal. You're getting data transmission and you're also getting power. delivery up to 100 watts. But this is with an asterisk, in the sense that if you own a Windows laptop or a Windows machine, you can get all functionality unlocked. You can connect it to your Android phone, you can connect it to hard disk, and you can use it both ways and it works fine. If you have a Mac, you can use your hard disk, but you can't connect your Android phones to your Mac. But in any case, that's not what you buy this cable for. You either buy this cable for your MacBook or for your PC, which you're then able to use a MagSafe kind of protocol, which is actually good. And if anybody wanted to kick the wire or trip over it, you would just disconnect, just like MagSafe, or same thing with your phone as well. If you can just if you leave your phone on charging on a nightstand, and if you accidentally kick the cable, you don't have to worry about your phone just flying away. The cable is just going to disconnect and your phone is going to stay safe. And as a bonus, you get data transmission through the same cable. So I'll leave a link in the description for this cable. You can check it out. The seller is pretty good. I think you won't really regret buying this. Thanks for watching. I hope you found this video useful. If you did, please like it and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Stay safe, and I'll see you again. Bye bye.